Hello, this is the an update for the food API that I've made. We've added some of the things that we've added are authentication, and we've updated the documentation of the Swagger UI. And like what we said on the Swagger UI, you can test out the authentication since I've added security definitions. And on the routes, we've added some authentication requirement on the post route, put route, and delete route of the food. And on the root route, we've added a condition wherein if the user is authenticated, it displays hello food lover, and if it's not, they say join us now. And the authentication comes from this route, from this function require auth. And let's see, what else have we added? Oh yeah, on the server file, we've added authentication from Express OpenID Connect, and this comes from the documentation of auth by Okta, and we use this middleware by their function. And I think that's mostly it that we've added. This is the JSON or the dictionary that they require for their authentication configuration. And these are coming all from the client ID, issuer, and we put it all on an environment file so people can't use it or get into your application. So let's test it out right now. Everything. So since we're not authenticated, it says join us now. And if I want to log in, I go to the login route and I type out my credentials. I've already created a account, but if you're gonna create, you can sign up with this Google, GitHub, or Facebook. And then once you log in, it says hello food lover as it says on the code. And when we can check our profile, it checks everything about the user profile. And if we want to log out, we just go to the logout route and it says join us now. But let's test out the new documentation with the authorization. So you can authorize yourself by clicking this one, and it brings you to the login page, the same login page. These ones are not very useful right now because it's the one with auth by Okta, and we're not using their databases. So I figured I just added them there for future references. So right now, we're gonna get all the food since there's no authentication for that route. You can get all the food. And I wanna delete this one because I wanna create the same thing. So if we wanna delete it, since we're not authorized, it will give us an error unauthorized since we're not authorized. So I'll authorize myself by logging in again. So I've logged in and then I'm here. Hello food lover. So if I go back to API docs and then try to delete the same document that I had earlier, it'll say food has been deleted. So our food has been deleted, and we can test out the same thing by adding the one that we have deleted earlier. So we can test out our post route. So here is the post route and everything that the document needs. And once we execute this when we're authorized, it will say it's been added. But if we log out and go back to API documentation and try to add the same thing, it will say error unauthorized. So those are the things that I've added so far. I feel like for the last project, I'll just try to make a user database for all the users, not to store their information, but to be able to interact with food by putting likes or favorite. And I think that's everything. Thank you.